Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
American Eagle says that Sydney Sweeney has great genes, an obvious play on words that has the left absolutely losing their minds.
Don't forget to boycott American Eagle for their racist shit online, talking about blue jeans and white people. Boycott American Eagle. Boycott the shit out of them. Boycott American Eagle. Do not buy them. And cancel this person, Miss Sweeney. Cancel for her being racist, for doing Nazi propaganda. Cancel American Eagle.
Cancel American Eagle because it's racist to talk about having good genes if you're white. They're actually enraged that American Eagle would choose an attractive white girl for their ad instead of the woke BS that we've been dealing with for the last 5 or 10 years.
I am not a moment. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I am Chica.
The marketing team was like, Chica the Hut or Sweeney the Hot? Should we do this Calvin Klein ad or this? This or this? This or this? One would think the choice should be clear, but their decision literally has people crying about it.
Yep, that got me too. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so blatant.
What's so blatant? The fact that everybody is tired of all this woke nonsense? And speaking of Calvin Klein, these people don't even realize that American Eagle stole the idea from them. But guess what? Nobody had a problem with it when this ad ran in 1980.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution. This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its genes to future generations. Secondly, by gene drift, in which certain genes may fade away while other genes persist. And finally, by natural selection, which filters out those genes better equipped than others to endure in the environment. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Fast forward to 2025, and this is the reaction to what is essentially the exact same ad.
Good genes passed on to offspring? That American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is literally overt eugenics. I know you don't want to hear this, but if you want to talk about how that ad is promoting eugenics, which it absolutely is, we also have to talk about how choosing not to wear a mask when you can during an ongoing pandemic, because you're okay with a certain subset of people, primarily disabled people of color, dying for your own comfort, is also eugenics. Just the more normalized kind. Bye.
Yep, that's what we're dealing with. Why does everybody who has a problem with this always seem to look like this? And it's not just the loony left who took issue with this. Check out these mainstream media headlines that covered it. Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad appeals to racist good genes ideology. Sydney Sweeney's new campaign draws fire for racial undertones. Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift towards whiteness. Advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ads sized up by crisis specialists. The only crisis here is the fact that everyone thinks it's racist for a white girl to talk about having good genes. If you have a problem with this real woman doing commercials for American Eagle jeans, but had no issues with this real man pretending to be a woman doing beer commercials, then I'm sorry, but you have a mental disorder. I even went to an American Eagle yesterday to show my support by posting this. The backlash this ad has got is insane. The woke mob would rather see a fat black tranny than hear about Sydney Sweeney's good genes. And it's okay to be white. My trad wife agrees. Hashtag thank God woke is dead. And for those who are unfamiliar with the term trad wife, that's short for traditional wife, someone who embraces their feminine side, wants lots of children, is God-fearing and follows Jesus, and strives to maintain a clean and comfortable home for her husband and company. But no, we can't have that. That's racist. We need to present women like this. A 9-foot-tall bronze statue of a fat and frumpy black woman wearing track pants, which was just unveiled yesterday in front of the Art Gallery of Ontario at the intersection of Dundas Street West and McCall Street. The loony left tore down statues of Canada's first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald, and essentially replaced them with that. And if you thought that was bad, check this out. This is a Facebook group called Black Hikers Unite, where this person recently posted, "I was the only black hiker in Squamish BC, Canada, so I had to represent Black Hikers Unite, feeling proud in Squamish." So I said, how do you think people would react to a White Hikers Unite? They would all be called Nazis, that's how. If you are okay with one, you have to be okay with the other. Now, as if all this wasn't bad enough, wait until you see this. This is a recently released Canadian intelligence report which claims that extremist influencers are weaponizing femininity. Extremist influencers weaponizing femininity, warns Canadian intelligence report. Women's workout routines that devolve into anti-government rhetoric, makeup tutorials with anti-feminist commentary, personal finance videos that blame immigrants for stealing jobs. According to a Canadian government intelligence report obtained by Global News, extremist movements are weaponizing femininity on social media to attract more women into their ranks. Prepared by Canada's Integrated Threat Assessment Centre, the report warns that female extremist influencers are using popular online platforms to radicalize and recruit women. Their strategy? Embed hardline messages within benign narratives like motherhood and parenting, allowing them to draw in women who weren't intentionally seeking out extremist content online. So what kind of content are they referring to? Mommy blogs and trad wives. To lure vulnerable recruits into their causes, extremist influencers have been packaging their messaging with content that appeals to women's interests, according to the intelligence report. Among them are so-called mommy blogs that discuss parenting and motherhood issues, but that became platforms for disinformation and conspiracy theories during the COVID-19 lockdowns. Certain bloggers promote xenophobic and anti-2S-LGBTOI+ rhetoric under the guise of expressing concern for children's well-being, it said. Grievances related to sexual education in schools or vaccinations led to discussions that began with skepticism and concern and spiraled into anti-government extremism. Blogs about trad wives, women who promote traditional values, also thrived during the pandemic, but some have delved into the targeting of immigrants, according to ITAC. Discourse about respecting women's contributions at home often stray into anti-immigration rhetoric. Feminism is blamed for overburdening women with work outside of the home, and multiracial immigration is cited as the reason for white men struggling to find employment. Not all such influencers have large followings, but the report said that as of February 2023, trad wife content had attracted more than 100 million views on the social media platform TikTok. Leah Digg, a researcher who specializes in anti-democratic policies and online extremism, agreed that female influencers were strategically using mainstream social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok to normalize and legitimize extremist ideas about gender, immigration, and race. So now it's extremist. to voice any concerns about unvetted illegal immigrants that are invading Canada. It's extremist to embrace your own race, but only if you're white, as we've shown here in this video. And it's extremist to say that no, children are not born in the wrong body, and you can't magically change the sex that you were biologically born as. The RCMP literally went on the record recently to say exactly that.
If someone you know was very believed in equal gender rights, but all of a sudden are leaning towards like traditional values, and that might be a sign that they're becoming more extremist.
So, wow, things are seriously messed up. Sydney Sweeney is being attacked for an ad that is clearly just a play on words. Meanwhile, the Canadian authorities are drafting up reports to suggest that anybody who speaks out about this stuff should be considered extremists. Absolutely crazy. Let me know your thoughts about this, guys. Do you support the new American Eagle ad campaign? And also, are you one of those trad wife extremist types who speaks out about all of this? Needless to say, I certainly hope so. My friends, if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, please check out this Give, Send, Go campaign where you can help save and protect Press for Truth. In case you didn't know, I started Press for Truth in 2006, and after 19 years of doing this, it's led to many attacks, whether that be in real life while being surrounded by mobs like Antifa, BLM, feminists, climate activists, or the LGBTQ community, or whether it be from institutions who shadow ban me, block me, or cancel me, simply because I go against the status quo and because I'm interested in pressing for truth. With your help, I can better protect myself with bodyguards while covering events, like the Pride Parade, for example, which is coming up in Vancouver. I'll be covering that this Sunday, August 3rd. And also by building a team who can help me reach more people than ever before. If you would like to help Press for Truth grow into something that can truly be a thorn in the side of the powers that ought not be, please consider making a contribution, because I simply can't do this work without you. Please help me reach my goal, because this is the kind of work that is extremely important in this crazy day and age. So thank you to anybody who does contribute. May God bless you for that. So that's all for today, my friends. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to click that thumbs up button, share this video, and stay tuned, guys. I'm going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dicks reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.